Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new on here, name is Philip. This is Phil Reacts. Yeah, so Paul McCartney dropped a new album a couple of days ago titled The Boys of Dungeon Lane. And I'm yet to actually listen to this album in its entirety. I've already heard two songs off of it. I've heard the one he did with Ringo Starr, Home to Us, and then I've heard Ripples, in a pond. Yes, this album has 14 songs, spans a little over 47 minutes and 12 seconds. But, before we jump into the music, I just want to, give a little bit of context. Obviously, Paul McCartney is one of the biggest names, in music history. I mean, whether it's through the Beatles, Wings, or, his solo career, this man's influence on music is impossible to actually ignore. I've heard plenty of Paul McCartney songs over the years, and I've always respected him as a songwriter and an artist. But believe it or not, this is actually my first time in ever sitting down and listening to our entire Paul McCartney album from start to finish. So in a way, this is a completely new experience for me. I'm not coming into this as a lifelong Paul McCartney expert who knows every album and every deep cut. I am actually coming into this as a music fan who's familiar with some of the classics, but is about to experience a full Paul McCartney project for the very first time. And honestly, I think that's kind of exciting, because everything I'm hearing today is going to be a genuine first impression. Now, from what I've heard, about this album, The Boys of Dungeon Lane, this is a very, very personal and reflective album. Paul is looking back, on his life, his childhood, his memories and experiences that shaped him into the artist and person, we know today. So considering where he is in his career, and everything he's accomplished, I'm really, really curious to hear what he still has to say and how those stories translate into music in 2026. So with that said, I am going into this with an open mind, no expectations, and just a love for discovering great music. Let's press play. Let's see what Paul McCartney has in store for us with this album, The Boys of Dungeon Lane. Yeah, so the first song is titled As You Lie There. Let's go. Okay.
I used to walk past your house every night. I'd look up at your window. The light was on. I saw your silhouette on the blind. Do you think of me? Do I ever cross your mind? Do I ever cross your mind? Although we only met one time, I can't forget the feeling that came over me. I like to think that we could be together forever.
As you lie across your bed, on my left side your head. As you lie there, as you lie there, in the room beyond the blind. Do I ever cross your mind? As you lie there, oh, as you lie there.
I used to walk. Every night I walk by your window. Am I there inside your head? In every book you've ever read? Front and center on your screen. In every film you've ever seen. As you lie there, do I ever cross your mind? I like to fantasize. I'm something in your eyes.
hearing the bass in there. Sounds so good. Hey.
Well, as you lie across the bed, I'm a man inside your head. As you lie there, as you lie there, in the room beyond the blind, do I ever cross your mind? As you lie there, hey, as you lie there, oh, as you lie across the bed, I'm a man inside your head. As you lie there, oh, as you lie there, in the room beyond the blind, do I ever cross your mind? As you lie there, oh, as you lie there, yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah.
Although we only met one time, I can't forget the feeling that came over me. I like to think that we could be together forever.
Wow. All right, guys. So that was the first song titled "As You Lie There." Guys, after listening to this song, what immediately grabbed me, about this opening track was how personal, it felt. I mean, Paul doesn't come in trying to make, a grand statement. That's for damn sure. I love the fact that he starts the album with warmth and, vulnerability. I mean, to me, his voice carries a lot of emotion here. And while A, has naturally changed, his vocal tone, it actually adds, to the authenticity of the song. The melody, guys, the melody is, a bit simple, but incredibly effective in allowing the lyrics to actually shine all the way, through. I found myself, paying attention to every single word because it felt like, he's, opening a diary and letting us, the listeners, read a few pages. As an album opener, I mean, that's a fantastic job, setting up, the reflective, and nostalgic journey that follows. I loved it. Yes, I really loved enjoying. I really loved listening to this one. So let me know what you think about this one down in the comment section, guys. Moving on to the second song titled "Lost Horizon." Let's go.
The call of a train whistle cutting through the night. I still remember that sound. The pairing of a car engine waiting at the light. Laughter from a children's playground. That sound can lift me up. That sound can do my head in. That sound can take me back to the lost horizon, where every memory we shared brought us closer together. And every day we spent there was the start of the first day of forever. Day breaks along the lost horizon. Time makes every moment count. The chimes of a clock ticking on the tabletop.
Yeah.
Will I remember that sound? The breaking of a bus driver coming to a stop. Music from a distant fairground. That sound can shake me up. That sound can lift my spirits. That sound can take me back to the lost horizon, where every memory we shared brought us closer together. And every day we spent there was the start of the first day of forever. Day breaks
Gotta live for now.
Along the lost horizon.
Another lost horizon. Okay, guys, second song, Lost Horizon. I mean, this song, feels like one of those moments where I feel like Paul, is looking back, at life and reflecting on things that may have slipped away over time. The atmosphere, is calm. It's definitely thoughtful. Almost dreamlike. In places, I really enjoyed, how the instrumentation never, overpowered the message, the song. Everything, felt carefully placed. The chorus, I feel like the chorus has that classic, Paul McCartney quality where, it sounds familiar after only one listen. I mean, there's also a sense of longing throughout the track, but I also love the fact that it never becomes depressing. Instead, it feels more like acceptance, and wisdom coming from someone who has experienced so much throughout his life. Yeah. Let me know what you think about this one down in the comment section, guys. Moving on to track 3, Days We Left Behind. Let's go.
Looking back at white and black, reminders of my past. Smoky bars and cheap guitars, but nothing built to last. Nothing ever stays. Nothing comes to mind. No one can erase the days we left behind.
Days We Left Behind.
See the boys of Dungeon Lane.
Yeah, the boys of Dungeon Lane.
The Mersey shore. Some of them will feel the pain, but some were meant for more. And nothing stays the same.
Nothing stays the same.
No one needs to cry.
No one needs to cry. Okay.
Nothing can reclaim the days we left behind. We met at Fortland Road and wrote a secret code to never be spoken. I stand by what I said. The promise that I made will never be broken. Nothing ever stays. Nothing comes to mind. And no one can erase the days we left behind.
No one can erase the days we left behind. Okay.
In the skies, the skylarks rise above the sounds of war. Since that day, I knew they'd stay with me forevermore. 'Cause nothing stays the same, and no one needs to cry, and no one is to blame for the days we left behind. The days we left behind.
Wow. All right, so that was the third song, Days We Left Behind. And I have to say that after listening to this one, I can confidently say this is one of the standout songs, on the entire album for me. I mean, you can hear the nostalgia in every single line, and it definitely feels like Paul is, taking listeners on a walk through the streets, of his childhood. The storytelling here is absolutely fantastic, because I mean the lyrics paint vivid pictures, without becoming, overly complicated. Musically, I love the fact that the song, balances, emotion and melody beautifully, making it easy to actually connect with, even if you don't share, the same experiences. The chorus, also carries a lot of emotional weight, and really really sticks with you after the song ends. I mean, to me, this is the kind of track that reminds everyone why Paul McCartney remains one of the greatest songwriters of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section, guys. Moving on to track 4, Ripples in the Pond. This is a song I've already heard, and I love this, so I'm super excited. I'm super happy to actually be coming back to it all over again. Let's take a listen, guys. Yeah.
Sometimes I get the feeling you're so good for me. I must be blessed.
Yeah.
My mind says, although I sometimes don't agree, I know that it's for the best. You tell me that you like to know what's going on. I should have guessed. Before you think something's going wrong, I'd like to get it off my chest.
Yeah.
I love you more than I ever did before. The feeling grows and grows. Let's carry on making ripples in the pond, and we'll see how far it goes.
Wow. Let's go.
Reaching out to the universe, skimming across the sky. If you say that I've been through worse, I'll have to say that's something that I couldn't deny. Who knows if I ever do enough for you?
Yeah.
I try my best. Right now, although I leave it up to you, I'm gonna get it off my chest. I love you more than I ever did before. The feeling grows and grows. Let's carry on making ripples in the pond, and we'll see how far it goes.
Yeah. I like this.
Reaching out to the universe, skimming across the sky. If you say that I've been through worse, I'll have to say that's something that I couldn't deny. Sometimes I get a feeling you're so good for me. I must be blessed.
All right, yeah. So that was the fourth song, "Ripples in the Pond," and guys, after listening to this song for the second or the third time, I have to say I honestly wasn't expecting this song to affect me as much as it did. I mean, the central idea that small moments can actually create lasting effects throughout our lives. It's something almost everyone can relate to. The production, guys, has a gentle flowing quality that I feel like perfectly matches the imagery in the lyrics. There is peacefulness to the song that I feel like makes it almost meditative at times. I found myself getting completely lost in the atmosphere and the message. This may not be the flashiest song on the album in my opinion, but it's definitely one of the most meaningful. Yeah, guys, I loved it. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section, guys. Moving on to the fifth song, titled Mountaintop. Let's go. Okay. Wow.
Take me to the
Take me to the mountaintop, show me how the waters drop. Wow.
Anytime I walk with you, magic mushrooms peeping through.
Wow.
Seem to want to talk and say hello. Pumpkin pies in the skies also try to hypnotize you and me everywhere we go. Everybody's flipping out. Need you get a grip and slip away? Or do you wanna stay?
Wow.
Some time to spare. Let me take you to the fair. Stars will glitter when the moon is new. We can take the second bus. No one but the two of us.
Okay.
Never needs to check on what we do. Butterflies multiply, multiply our surprise round our heads. Yellow, red, and blue.
Yeah, I love it.
Did you get a grip and slip away? Or do you wanna stay?
Wow. Okay, guys, so that was the fifth song, Mountain Top. I feel like this track, brings a welcome best, of energy to the album without, abandoning its reflective tone. I mean, there is a sense of achievement and perseverance, running through the song that I feel like, feels genuinely inspiring. I love how the arrangement gradually builds, momentum, making the payoff, feel earned rather than forced. Paul McCartney's vocal performance here, has a determined quality that fits the message perfectly, in my opinion. The instrumentation also, adds excitement without becoming overly aggressive. By the end, of the track, I definitely felt uplifted and motivated, which is, something not every song, can accomplish. Yeah. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Moving on to the sixth song, Down South. Let's go.
Well, we were traveling on the Chester Road.
Okay.
A lorry driver picking up a load said, "Where you heading, boys? You need a ride." We said, "We're heading down south," and we jumped inside. It was a good way to get to know you, a fine way to work it all out. It was a good way to get to know you as we were making our way down south. Oh yeah, oh yeah. down south. The morning bus was where we two would meet. I sat beside you on an empty seat.
Okay.
We talked about guitars and rock and roll. They were the subjects that would never grow old. It was a good way to get to know you, a fine way to work it all out. It was a good way to get to know you before we learned to twist and shout. Oh yeah, oh yeah, before we learned to twist and shout. The lorry went as far as he could go and dropped us up beside a busy road. We had to find somewhere to stay the night, but we knew that we would be alright. It was a good way to get to know you, a fine way to work it all out. It was a good way to get to know you as we were bumming around down south. Oh yeah, oh yeah, down south. It was a good way to get to know you as we were bumming around down south.
It was a good way to get to know ya. Guys, I said song down south. This song immediately pulled me in, with its storytelling. It feels like Nepal is painting scenes and, kind of like introducing characters in a way that only experienced songwriters can. The lyrics are very, very detailed enough to create imagery, but still leave room for us, the listeners, to interpret things in our own way. Musically, I feel like it has a relaxed and natural flow that makes it very, very easy to listen to. I also appreciate how the production supports the story rather than trying to steal the spotlight. This is one of those tracks that I feel like gets better and better every time you actually listen to it, because I feel like it's a kind of song that you always notice new details with every single listen. Yeah, but I loved it. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Moving on to the 7th song, We Too. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. I wanna live for love. So many people do.
Okay.
Over again. My thoughts return to you. You give me what I want.
Okay.
You show me how it's done. Always, always my friend. You be my only one. Last night I dreamed of you and all that we could do together side by side. We two can do whatever we decide is right. Somehow we're bound to know I'll be there till the end. I never need to go. Oh no.
Wow.
Last night I dreamed of you and saw what we could do.
So what we could do.
We're standing
We
Been through. We wanna live for love like other people do. Over again, I'll be in love with you.
What is that? It's like a tape rewinding. Okay, guys, the seventh song, We Too. I mean, there's something incredibly touching about the song. You know, I mean, whether you interpret it as, you know, being about friendship, about love, or lifelong companionship, I mean, the emotional message, you know, comes across clearly. The harmonies, you know, they are beautiful, and I mean, they give the track, you know, an extra, you know, layer of warmth. I found myself, you know, smiling, you know, through parts, you know, of it, you know, because to me, it felt so genuine and heartfelt. The simplicity of the arrangement, you know, also works in its favor because it allows the emotions to remain front and center. This is one of the album's, you know, most comforting and, you know, uplifting moments, in my opinion. Yeah, let me know what you think about it. Moving on to the eighth song, titled Come Inside. Let's go. Yeah. Okay.
You can read my mind if you wanted to. You can come inside. Got to let me know what you wanna do. I don't wanna hide. Step right up and take a look. See what you can find. All my life's an open book. Come inside.
All my life's an open book.
Mind.
Yeah.
I can tell the truth if you wanna hear.
Okay.
What I have to say. There's not a single thing that you have to fear. If you come our way, we'll step right up and take a look. See what you can find. 'Cause all my life's an open book. Come inside my mind. Open up your mind.
Whoa.
Open up your heart. Nothing else is keeping us apart.
Okay.
Open up your mind. Open up your heart. Nothing else is keeping us apart. Open up your mind. Open up your heart. Nothing else is keeping us apart. Step right up and take a look. See what you can find. 'Cause all my life's an open book. Come inside my mind. Step right up and take a look. See what you can find.
Okay, look, see what you
'Cause
can
all
find.
my life's an open book. Come inside my mind.
Wow. Okay, guys. the eighth song titled "Come Inside." I have to say that this song, it has I feel like it has a welcoming quality that instantly makes you feel comfortable. I mean, the melody is smooth and kind of easy to connect with, and the overall vibe also feels inviting. From start to finish. I really enjoyed the subtle production choices, because I feel like they create depth, without drawing attention away from the song itself. Paul McCartney's vocal delivery feels relaxed and natural, almost like he is speaking directly to the listener. There is also a warmth running through the entire track that to me makes it highly replayable. I mean, it may not be the most dramatic song on this album, but it is definitely one of the most enjoyable, and I loved it. Yeah, let me know what you think about it. All right, guys, so moving on to track 9 titled Never Know. Let's go. Wow.
I want to be the one that's rooting for you, lying in the sun again. I want to feel your touch, the things that you do.
Okay.
Have always meant so much to me. I want some love and peace. We need it right now. Your wonders never cease to be.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the time to prove that I care.
Yeah.
Don't mind as long as I'm with you. I've got to make you see I'll always be there. I only wanna be with you.
Okay, guys. So that was the ninth song. Never Know. This track, I have to say that has a really, really thoughtful and reflective, feel to it. The message about life's unpredictability, is something that almost, everyone can relate to, and I think that is what makes the song work so well. I mean, the melody is definitely warm and easy to actually connect with. I mean, whilst Paul McCartney's vocal delivery, brings a sense of wisdom and sincerity to the lyrics. I also liked how the production, stays understated and lets the message, take the center stage, shining all the way through. It's not a song that tries to overwhelm you, in my opinion. Instead, I love the fact that it quietly, pulls you in and gives you something to actually think about. I mean, by the end, I found I found it, to be one of the album's most relatable and emotionally honest moments. Yeah, let me know what you think about it, guys. We are moving on to the 10th song, "Home to Us." The song he did with Ringo Starr. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
The place we used to live in, you could say it wasn't much, but it was home to us. And you could be forgiven if you thought that it was rough, but it was home to us. The roses in the yard began to wilt and then they turned to dust. But it was home to us. We didn't worry where the road was gonna take us to.
Yeah.
There wasn't time to make a fuss, 'cause that was all we knew. The world around us wasn't safe, the place was falling down. But it was my hometown, and it was home to us. On the hill was drinking brandy, eating caviar, the perfect host. My mom was in the kitchen, washed the dishes in the sink, and then she burned the toast. The kids are in the alley playing ball until the sun goes down. But that was my hometown, and it was home to us. To make a fuss, 'cause that was all we knew. The place was falling down, but that was my hometown. Yeah, 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 and it was all I knew, 'cause it was home to us.
Wow. I love this part. All right, guys. So that was the 10th song, "Home to Us" with Ringo Starr. This song, hit me emotionally almost immediately. I mean, the themes of home, connection, and belonging are definitely universal, which makes it easy to actually relate to. I mean, Paul McCartney's vocal performance, felt incredibly sincere, and you can, hear the emotion behind every single line. The melody, guys, the melody is beautiful, without being overly sentimental, striking a perfect balance in between nostalgia and hope. The production, also remains understated, allowing the song's message, to shine all the way through. After listening to it, I have to say that this is one of the most heartfelt and memorable, moments on the entire album. Yeah. Let me know, guys, what you think about the song down the comment section. So, moving on to the 11th song titled "Life Can Be Hard." Wow.
Life can be hard, but then that's when we start to put it together again. She calls me on, and I'm enchanted by her beauty. And if I play, she'll dance, watching us sway. I know that there's always a chance. She'll put me right and be excited by the notion. She loves me even when life presses harder. That's when we don't need the words.
Alright, I like this.
I can see when there's no food in the larder. I know that she wouldn't care. Maybe the starlight that shines in her eyes sings to the moon in her hair. Each time we meet there's a look of surprise. She sprinkles love everywhere. And if I play, she'll dance, watching us sway. I know that there's always a chance. She'll put me right and be excited by the notion, enchanted by her beauty. She loves me even when life presses harder. That's when we
Alright, I like this.
need the words. I can see when there's no food in the larder. I know that she wouldn't care. Maybe the starlight that shines in her eyes sings to the moon in her hair. Each time we meet there's a look of surprise. She sprinkles love everywhere. Life can be hard, but then that's when we start to put it together again. She calls me on, and I'm enchanted by her beauty, excited by the notion, enchanted by her beauty. Life can be hard.
Okay, guys, the 11th song titled "Life Can Be Hard." I mean, this song immediately stood out to me because, of how honest and relatable it feels. The title, says it all. And I mean, life can be hard. It's definitely, reflection, on the struggles, the challenges and difficult moments that I feel like everyone faces at some point. What I really liked is that, the song doesn't, feel overly negative or hopeless. Instead, it feels like Paul McCartney, is acknowledging life's, hardships, life's hardships, and while also sharing the wisdom that comes, from living through them. His vocal performance, definitely adds, a lot of authenticity, and you can hear the experience behind every single word. The melody and the arrangement, also supports the message beautifully, making this, one of the album's most heartfelt and emotionally resonant tracks. Yes, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Moving on to the 12th track, First Star of the Night. Let's go.
Raining in Costa Rica. Even when
inside. Something tells me it's alright. Positive emotions that died seem to come back, shining bright like the first star of the night. First star of the night shows her light to me, and I know my little world is still alright. Yes, I know my little world is still alright.
Wow.
Like the first star of the night. First star of the night shows her light to me, and I know my little world is still alright. Yes, I know my little world is still alright. First star of the night
First star of the night.
shows her light to me, and I know my little world is still alright. Yes, I know my little world is still alright. First star of the night.
The 12th song, First Star of the Night. Guys, this track definitely feels like one of the most peaceful and uplifted moments on the album, in my opinion. There's a gentle warmth to it that immediately draws you in as a listener, and the imagery of the first star of the night definitely creates a sense of hope and wonder. I really enjoyed how the song balances reflection with optimism, almost like Paul. He is reminding us, the listeners, that even in the dark times, there's always something to look forward to. The melody, guys, is beautiful and easy to actually get lost in. Whilst the production creates a calm, dreamlike atmosphere. By the end of the song, I was left feeling relaxed and reflective, and making it a really memorable addition, to the album. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. Moving on to the 13th song, Salesman Saint. Let's go. Wow.
Father was a salesman. My mother was a saint.
Father was salesman,
Working every God-given minute to make enough to pay the rent.
Wow.
The war was nearly over. The peace would soon begin. Living on the edge of the city when the roads were going in. They couldn't take any more, but they had to. They couldn't take any more, but they had to carry on. to make it through. They're going to make it alright. The only entertainment, a piano and a radio.
Piano and the radio.
Hot tea and cigarettes was enough to keep them on the go. Another generation yearning to be free, learning how to keep it together and raise a family. They couldn't take any more, but they had to. They couldn't take any more, but they had to. Carry on, carry on.
Wow. Guys, the 13th song, A Salesman Saint. After listening to this one, I honestly have to say this is one of the more, interesting and unique tracks, on the entire album. I mean, right from the title, Salesman Saint, I mean, it definitely makes you curious, and as the song unfolds, I mean, it feels like Paul is telling a story whilst exploring big ideas about human nature and perception. I like how the lyrics leave room for interpretation, allowing us, the listeners, to take different meanings from the song. Musically, I feel like it has enough character, to stand out, from the rest of the album, without, feeling out of place. Paul McCartney's storytelling ability is definitely on full display here, and I feel like that is what kept me engaged, throughout the song. To me, it's the kind of song that probably reveals more of itself with every listen. Yeah, let me know what you think about it, guys. Moving on to the final song off of this album, Momma Gets By. Let's take a listen.
Mama gets by while Papa gets high. She makes enough to raise her family. She's working all day to bring in the pay. She's taking good care of me, giving me every opportunity. And if it rains, she never complains. She's tough enough to make it through the storm. Papa gets back and heads for the sack as soon as he steps inside the kitchen door. But she doesn't mind, she's seen it all before. She doesn't care, she's got her own philosophy of life. It wasn't too long ago that she agreed to be his wife. And even though he's complicated, she takes it in her stride. What are his silly faults compared to what she feels inside? She loves him. She loves him with all her heart and soul. All her heart and soul. Because she loves him. She loves him with all her heart and soul. All her heart soul.
Wow.
Well, she doesn't care. She's got her own philosophy of life. It wasn't too long ago when she agreed to be his wife. And even though he's complicated, she takes it in a stride. What are his silly faults compared to what she feels inside? She loves him. She loves him with all her heart and soul. All her heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
Because she loves him. And she loves him with all her heart and soul. With all her heart and soul. Mama gets by.
Mama gets by.
Papa gets high.
Papa gets high.
Mama gets by.
Wow. Guys, so that was the final song off of this album, Momma Gets By. After listening to it, I would say that this song, felt incredibly heartfelt and, grounded. Momma Gets By, to me, comes across as a tribute, to resilience and the quiet and the strength of people, who keep going no matter what life throws at them. What I loved about it is that it doesn't try to be overly dramatic. The emotions feels natural and genuine. Paul McCartney's storytelling shines here too, I must say. Painting a picture of perseverance through simple but meaningful lyrics. The melody, guys, I must say, has a comforting quality that I feel like are perfectly matches the message of the song. By the end, I found it to be one of the album's most touching and relatable moments. Yeah, let me know what you think about this song on this album, guys. Wow, we are done. 14 songs, 47 minutes. Yeah, Paul McCartney's the Boys of Dungeon Lane. And now that we have sat with this album from beginning to end, I can honestly say this was a really, really, really interesting experience. Going into this album, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. Like I mentioned earlier, I've heard plenty of Paul McCartney songs throughout my life, but this was actually my first time sitting down and experiencing an entire Paul McCartney album all the way through. Because of that, I was curious to see whether the music would still connect with me as someone who isn't deeply familiar with every chapter of his solo career. What stood out to me most about this album is how personal the album feels. I love the fact that it doesn't come across as Paul trying to prove anything or chase more than trends. Instead it feels like a legendary artist reflecting on his life and sharing memory that helped shape him. There is also a level of honesty throughout the projects that I found really, really refreshing. At this stage of his career, he could easily rely on his legacy, but instead he chose to tell stories and invite us the listeners to his into his world. Basically, one thing I kept noticing throughout the album was the songwriter. Even after all these decades, Paul still he knows how to write melodies that feel effortless. A lot of these songs aren't built around huge hooks or massive production moments. I feel like they are built around emotion, storytelling, and memorable melodies that slowly grow on you the more you listen. That's something that's becoming rarer, in modern music, and it definitely made me appreciate the album even more. I also really enjoyed how the album flows. I mean, I love the fact that it doesn't feel rushed. I mean, it felt like a journey. Songs like Days We Left Behind, Home to Us definitely carry a lot of an emotional weight, in my opinion. Whilst tracks like Ripples in the Pond, happens to be one of my favorite songs. And then We Too, I feel like this song provide some of the album's most heartfelt and reflective moments. Every song felt like another chapter in a story. And I mean, by the time the album ends, you feel like you've learned, a little more about the man, behind the music. Vocally, I thought, Paul McCartney, sounded exactly how he needed to sound, on this record. I mean, obviously, he's not trying to recreate the voice, he had decades ago. And honestly, that wouldn't fit these songs anyway. The maturity in his voice actually, adds to the, to the emotion and authenticity. I mean, when he's singing about memories, when he's singing about loss, when he's singing about friendship or home, you actually believe every single word because it sounds, lived in and genuine. Production-wise, I thought the album, struck a really, really nice balance. Nothing felt overproduced or cluttered. I mean, the instruments set the songs, rather than competing with them. There are moments where the arrangements are beautiful and expansive, and there are other moments where everything is stripped back and a little intimate. That variety definitely kept the album, engaging while still, maintaining a consistent emotional tone. If I had to, describe this album in one word, it would be reflective. This isn't an album that's trying to, shock people or reinvent music. It's an album about, looking back and appreciating where you've been and understanding how, those experiences shape you. I mean, shape who you become. In a lot of ways, it definitely feels like Paul inviting listeners to actually walk through his memories alongside him. As someone listening to a Paul McCartney album for the first time, I came away impressed. I mean, super impressed. And more than anything, I understand why so many people consider him one of the greatest songwriters ever. The ability to make personal stories feel universal, is definitely a gift in my opinion, and that's something I heard throughout this entire project. For me, the standout tracks were, Days We Left Behind, Home to Us, In the Stars, Ripples in the Pond, and We Too. Yeah, those were the songs that connected with me the most emotionally and, stayed in my head after, the album was over. So yeah, overall, I think the Boys of Dungeon Lane is it's definitely a thoughtful, heartfelt and beautifully crafted album. It may not be the flashiest release, of the year, but it doesn't need to be. Its strength, comes from its sincerity, its storytelling, and the fact that it feels completely authentic to who Paul McCartney is as an artist. I'd give this album, a hard 8.5, out of 10. But that's just me. But now I really, really want to hear from you guys. Where does this album, rank among, Paul's solo projects for you? What was your favorite song of this album? And if you've been following Paul McCartney for years, how does this compare to some of his previous work? Let me know down in the comment section. And guys, if you enjoyed this review, if you enjoyed this reaction, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll definitely catch you in the next reaction. Peace out.